Okay, so today is Thursday, August 6th, 2026. If I remember correctly, I think this is the day that, what is it, Mr. Fuji or Dr. Fuji discovered Mew? Because I'm remembering Mewtwo Strikes Back. Like, when I realized what today was, my brain just went, August 6th. Because I think that's how the movie starts, is I don't know, maybe there's that narration first, but no, because I think the Mew thing is a little before that. So it's just like him going through his journal, and then like they find the Mew fossil, like blah 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 blah. Anyways, getting a bit distracted. It's August 6th, and I think this is Mew Day. uh, so from Mew Day to Brand New Day, because I remember last week was the 31st. It was the last Thursday in July, and I had done my video. And I believe I had said, like, my goals were I wanted to finish 30 Rock by the end of the month, which I had done at that point. Finish Higurashi by the end of the month, which I had done by that point. Finish Taylor Swift by the end of the month, pinning that. And when I'm done with this vid, I'm gonna go watch Spider-Man. And I did. And I think when I got back, I did my video on that and my Mothra Godzilla video. Yeah, Brand New Day was great. As I said in my video, I very clearly loved it. And now that some time has passed and I've had a chance to think about it more, my opinion on it hasn't changed. I really love the movie. I've talked to some people who were kind of more mixed on it, or at least I think one is a friend of mine, one is just like a film critic I watch, who seem a bit more mixed, but I just kept seeing it like for a week. Different like opinions on Twitter, like, okay, this is the best one, this is the best one, this is at least Holland's best, man, this movie's great, man, this movie's great, and then maybe here's like a mixed opinion here or there. I'm like, I don't even want to be like, it's good to be with the majority. It's more of just, it's nice to know, like, I'm agreeing with people. I just really loved it, man. I really, really did. Taking the pin out, I did get Taylor Swift finished by the end of July, because later that night, I listened to Life of a Showgirl. As I had said before, I'm not going to do the Taylor's versions, so just from Taylor Swift, the self-titled debut, to Life of a Showgirl, it's all done. Tortured Poets Department, I did not listen to the anthology mix. I think I've heard a couple of the extra songs, but I'm like, this was the original album. That's what I'm going to listen to. At some point, I have to do a video. I have to compile all my notes. I feel like with the first 7 or so albums, I have really extensive notes. And then as it went on, I'm like, I don't really want to take a bunch of notes anymore. I will say with Folklore and Evermore, I was just really into the experience and vibe of the album. I'm like, I don't really want to stop this to take notes. With the next two, which would be Midnights and Tortured Poets, it was just I don't really have much to say. I'm not getting into them. And then Life of a Showgirl, I know I did stop to take a couple notes. Like, here's a couple songs I really liked. And then here's some other songs that I feel like I get thematically, and like I like what she's maybe going for, but what are some of these lyrics, man? It's like, this is in the chorus. I think you were really proud of this lyric, Taylor, but I don't know, Chief. But I am done. At some point, like I said, I gotta compile my notes to make my video. I am both really excited to make that video, just like this is a lot to talk about, and I'm kind of excited and hyped for it, but I'm also like, I feel a bit nervous. Because, man, not to be fair, it's like, okay, do I really think a bunch of people are gonna be watching my videos? No. But it's like, if this is the one that blows up, there might be some people who are like, what do you mean you didn't like all of her albums? You absolute degenerate piece of shit. You don't know music. I don't know, but it'll be a good time. I had decided that after Taylor, my next project was going to be Joy Division. And that's done, question mark. So Joy Division, because what I try to do is I try to listen to all of the studio albums. Like, they're essentially like canonical releases in a sense. Joy Division only has 2. Unknown Pleasure, and Unknown Pleasures might be plural, but that one and Closer. I keep wanting to say Closure, but it's Closer. Why did I pronounce it like that? It's like coffee's for closers, and it's like closer, but also closer. And I think that's probably more what it is, but it's also the last thing that I think Ian Curtis recorded, because he committed suicide not long before the album came out. It actually kind of reminds me of Biggie, and how there's 2 albums, and one of them came out not long after the singer passed away. And like with Biggie, I really loved the first album. Like, I'll talk about Joy Division. They're gonna get their own video, but like, I loved the first album. I think I like Ready to Die more than... Oh, what's Biggie's second album? I think it's Life After Death. I definitely prefer Ready to Die. I think it's like a 10 out of 10. Life After Death, I don't think I liked quite as much, but it's still really good, if not very haunting with its, like, with both albums' titles. Closer... I keep saying closer, it's closer, but it just, I want to say closure every time. I don't even know why. But Closer, I feel like I liked it fine. I really liked Unknown Pleasures. I don't remember the name of the EP, but I did listen to that. Like, it came out first, it's only like 12 minutes. I'll listen to the EP. Then there's the compilation album of, I think it's like a bunch of like unreleased other songs. And I know Love Will Tear Us Apart is on there. I have listened to that song already. There was another song, I don't remember what it was called. I think it was called like Hangman something. Or at least it kind of talked about that. And it's a really haunting song. It's fantastic, but just... Yikes, man. There's the part of me that's saying, I did listen to their 2 albums, so I'm done. And there's the other part of me going, I kind of do want to listen to the compilation album. If I'm not getting super into it, I don't need to finish it. Like, I've done my duty, but I do want to do a little bit more. There's also New Order, which from what I understand, this is the rest of Joy Division, but without Ian Curtis. But I know there's a whole bunch of albums, and I'm like, look... I don't know if I want to do all of that. That looks like that's a whole other adventure. It just is coming down to, do I want to listen to... I think Still is the name of the compilation album. And I think the more that I delay doing this Ding Dang Joy Division video, because I've wanted to do it for a couple days now, but I'm just like, nah. Part of it might be I should do the Swift video first. I think part of it is I want to listen to Still, or at least give it a shot. I think it's super long. I think it's like 4 sides, like 4 discs or something. So I might not do the whole thing. But I want to at least give it a shot. Then I think I'll consider Joy Division done. I think because they're so short, or like there's so few albums, I do want to listen to some of the others, like to the other ancillary stuff before I move on. My next music project, I don't know. It might be MF Doom, because that's on my list. I think it is going to be MF Doom, just to give him a shot. I think that might be fun. Maybe I'll delay MF Doom a bit to be closer to Doomsday, but I don't know. Maybe this will be part of my hype for Doomsday. It's like a discography of MF Doom. Maybe I'll listen to him while playing more Tokon, because today is Tokon release date. I don't know if I'm going to get to... I didn't purchase the game, but I have a couple friends who did. Like, I know Jose did, so we're going to be playing a lot of Tokon together. I would like to be able to play some today, but just with other stuff happening today, because like we got some family coming over, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get out because I'm doing that. But also, I like my family. I don't want it to sound like, oh man, I have family coming over. Ew. It's like, no, that'll be nice. Maybe we can do other stuff, goofiness tomorrow. Okay, so looking back at my... it's like looking back at my list. We had another Pathfinder session on Saturday. I ended with 1 HP. So my character, Noelle, is very much not spec'd for combat. Like, I rolled 2 9s in her stat block. I'm like, well, HP and con. Boy, having a negative con score is bad. But, you know, this is kind of how I want to play my character. To use a Worm comparison, because Clay has been reading Worm. He just finished Arc 24 today. And, like, it gets me really excited because I love this story. I want to play Noelle like she's Tattletale. Like, here is a character that is an information broker. She is really good at reading people. She's really good at getting information out of people. But she is not a combatant. If she is on the front lines, it is against her will. So, well, there was I was doing like a lot of recon, and I was like, okay, there's clearly a fight going on. I'm gonna get closer to the fight to be closer to my team, because I did not take messages of cantrip, and I probably should have. That's on me. What did I end up taking? I'm a bard, so I took lullaby. Oh, I can't. Detect magic. I cannot remember the other two off the top of my head. I didn't take Prez. I definitely thought about it. Oh, Oath of Anonymity, because my character has disguise is a big part of what she does. And I think Oath of Anonymity is pretty dang cool. I nearly took Ghost Sounds, but I didn't. What's now bothering me? Because I have my spells written down, but I have them on my phone, which I'm using to record, so I can't check it right now. I'll figure it out later. Anyways, I didn't take message. Next level, I'm going to have to do that. But I wanted to get close enough to observe, help out if I can, but to not really do a lot. But the fight is happening, there's one fight in an alley and another fight on the other side of town, and I'm kind of peeking into the alley, casting a spell, then going back. Then a dude comes out of the alley, drinks a couple, of vials of alchemist fire, a special kind, part of this campaign, and he just explodes. And the explosion is so big that I get caught in it and I almost die. And what's funny is because my character been doing research, is oh, okay, they use a lot of fire. I took a fire resistance potion earlier, and it's a DR5, and I still almost died in one hit. Uh-oh, that was bad. And I think when I was rolling my save, because, all right, make a reflex save. So, actually, no, I don't think it was a reflex save for the explosion. I think, was it? It was either that, or it was, to make a con save, because I took so much damage to see how it'll affect me going forward. So I start rolling my die, and it falls off the table. And I'm all right, it doesn't count, but let's see what it would have been. Oh, that's a 20 off the table. Well, I can't take it. Rolls on the actual table, so that's a 1. Just perfectly balanced, this whole thing should be, Yeah, Noella's not doing okay. I think she is temporarily deaf right now, which as a bard and an information broker, that's not good. I'm probably gonna flavor her where she is now very afraid of fire or explosions. We'll kind of see how that goes going forward. Like I said, this is a character that I didn't expect to be part of combat, and flavor-wise, I don't think she'd really be involved in combat either. And this kind of event is okay, trauma. Now I think she really wants to avoid combat, but I also know, look, when the boys are going dungeon crawling, I want to be there with them. As much as I would love to do a thing where it's yeah, my character is over here doing mission control stuff, because I think that would be cool, I know that's not gonna work out, so I know she's gonna have to go into a dungeon. We'll figure it out. But I did, even though I'm yeah, I just exploded, I'm almost dead. No, I was having fun during the campaign, because I was able to do a lot of mission control stuff, oh, okay, we're gonna go meet an alchemist to get him to decipher these, formulae. Tell you what, instead of going as myself, I'm gonna cast Oath of Anonymity, use one of my disguises, and then do that. Just in case I don't want anyone to see me. And then later on, when we're doing some other recon, okay, now I'm gonna use my disguise kit to be a different person. Which we find out later, it's yeah, they saw me and our other guy go into that store, but they saw my other disguise, so it's a good thing I used a completely different look later. I liked that. It was I am making decisions that I know my character should make, and it turns out they paid off. Me getting exploded was just wrong place, wrong time. Oops. This is what I get for trying to be more involved. So there's that. So Clay and I have not watched any more Godzilla. We were going to try to watch a movie yesterday, but there was a bunch of power flashes. So, I don't really want to get into a movie right now if it's not gonna work. So that kind of sucks. I have been keeping up with the new season of Tanya. It's great. I'm really enjoying it. Clay and I have started a playthrough of Path of Radiance. Boy, this game is a lot better when you go into the options and change the speed, because when I was first playing it, I didn't do that. And it was so abysmal. It was so slow. And now I'm like, oh no, the game is like functioning. This is cool. So the rule we had decided is if a character dies and it's pretty early on in the map, we'll reset the map. If it happens late, it kind of will depend on the character, but I think generally if it happens late, they die. Ike being the exception, because if Ike dies, you lose and you have to restart. So because I've already done these first few maps, I'm intentionally kind of taking a back seat to let Clay play them every now and then, like kind of trying to give some input. So like I'm not trying to backseat game, but just like, all right, we are trying to play these together. But because I've done these before, I'm really letting you take the focus. So we have lost somebody. We lost Boyd in, what is this, like chapter 5, chapter 6, that defense map in the darkness. Boyd ended up dying because there's a bunch of enemies. Because I think Clay had it positioned where he could see enemies, and then like 3 dudes just showed up that he couldn't previously see. But he's dead. We've made progress. The next map, I don't know what it is, like chapter 8, chapter 9. I think it is the defense map where you get Ileana, which I believe was also Ike's map in Engage. I remember doing that map, and I remember it being like a lot of fun. So, in both games. Oh gosh, I remember it being a fucking problem though in Engage. I think that was the map where I gave Corin to Crest, and I learned that with Crest you can use any kind of terrain, and if you dance, you can make multiple kinds of terrain or double down, but it doesn't override. It's not like, okay, I made fire over here, now I'm making fire down here. You can only have one fire at a time, because using fire was so good, because like it does damage, it impedes movement. It's like, all right, fire over here, we are taking care of business, we're just taking care of whoever comes up here. I am making my own choke points. And boy, that was really necessary, because oh gosh, I love Engage, but there's some maps that just made me so mad. Like, there's so many freaking dudes, man. What is this? So a couple other things. Jose showed me, I think it's an official MLP manga. I think it's called Life at Equestria. There were 3 volumes of it, 8 chapters each. I read that, and it was really fun. There's one where Pinkie Pie gets caught in a time loop, and for a good chunk of it, she's unaware that she's caught in a time loop. She just thinks everyone is messing with her. There's another, like the first volume, which is kind of, here's like a collection of little stories. The second one is the time loop, and the third one is Discord sets up a scavenger hunt with the elements of harmony that he puts into different dimensions, like alternate realities, and each of the main 6 has to go to a different reality to find their element. It was really fun. I was like, this could be an episode, like a 2-parter, and I would watch it, and it would actually be a goated 2-parter. Karamazov, I have under 300 pages to go. I've made a lot of progress. I've just been kind of chipping away at it. I am now in book 4, part 11 out of 13. Yeah, we've made a lot of progress. Am I enjoying the book? Yes, but there are times, like as I'm reading part 10, The Boys, or about like Ilusha and Kolya, like, I don't dislike this, but this is like a 1,000 plus page book. Was this necessary? I don't know. Like, it was sweet, so I guess, but I think my understanding is that the book was very much meant to be, I don't know if critique is the right word, but if not a critique, then like an observation of contemporary Russian culture. I could be completely wrong about that, but I think that's something I've heard. So having a chunk like this just about like what it's like being a schoolboy in contemporary Russia is something that makes sense. From my perspective, as someone who just has heard this book is great, wants to read it and get invested in it, I'm like, I liked this, but this was like 80 pages, and a good chunk of it was about here's a kid I've never heard of. I don't know, Kolya was maybe mentioned before. I think at least offhand. Like, I don't really care. I'd like it more if the book wasn't so ding-dang long. I think that's kind of what I'm getting at. So we'll see. And then one of the chapters I read yesterday was about Lisa's mom. I don't remember what her name is. Like, she is funny, but she is infuriating. And like this chapter, she's like, Alyosha, I must tell you something. This is so important. You can't interrupt me. It's so important. And then goes on like 12 different tangents, which I know I do all the time, but goes on like 12 different tangents, finally gets to the thing she wanted to talk about. And it's actually like not that important, as Alyosha's just sitting there like, I don't really want to be talking to you right now. I actually want to go talk to your daughter because like she and I are really close and she wanted to talk to me about something. And I have to make that quick because I need to go see my brother. And I only have a limited amount of time before I can go see my brother. So being here with you talking about nonsense, it's kind of driving me nuts. And like it's genuinely funny. But I've said it before and I'll say it again. I don't like reading these walls of text. And her dialogue was just walls of text. Like, here's an entire page, slight paragraph, entire page. Like, oh, no. But, I think as I was saying it to Jose the other day, I'm like, I like the book. I think. I don't know how much I'd recommend it. I feel like it's the kind of book where if you read the first 100 pages or so, and you like the style and the vibe of it, keep reading. If you don't, I don't think the book's gonna be for you. I think that feels pretty accurate. And I guess speaking of books, my own writing has been kind of slow lately, but I got very close to finishing Harley's chapter, and I thought I had finished it, but I was having a lot of trouble wrapping it up. So I just said, I think I'm just going to skip it now. So now I'm trying to get to writing Makoto's first chapter of book 2. And I've had some difficulty with it, but I've been piecing it together, putting it together. I'm like, okay, I think we're getting somewhere. There's definitely going to be some bits I need to edit later, but making progress. I've also just, over the past week or so, I've really had Makoto on the brain, so I've gotten some commissions of her. I think the next couple art share Saturdays, so this week and next week, will probably be Makoto based. I think that's pretty much it, so I'm gonna go. Y'all take care. Have a good rest of your week. Oh, one other thing I think I should say is I am gonna be on vacation next week. I am gonna be out of town. I don't know if I'm going to have one of these recorded. I intend, let me try that again. I intend to next Thursday be able to record and upload a video. However, for all I know, that's just not going to be tenable based on travel plans or the situation of the internet, or if I'll even have time to record anything. But if I do, there will be one. If not, sorry, I apologize, but there might not be any next week. But wanted to give you all an update on that. See you later.